so much for waking up with us here at 6 on WTOL 11. I'm Kaylee Kirby.
And I'm Tim Miller. Good morning to you. A look at your forecast to start off your 11 minutes of nonstop news. Let's get out to Ryan to get things started. Ryan, some rain today, but not looking bad now.
Yeah, it's really not, Tim. I think we're going to have plenty more dry hours than the hours that we have to worry about those showers. And even when they come overhead, I think the rainfall is going to be pretty light, very manageable today. We don't need any more rain, but at least if we're looking at the threat for some showers, this is the type of system that we can manage out there. Look off to the west here. You'll see not an overwhelming amount of rain. A few showers down here, Dayton towards Columbus. They'll kind of lift northward. So that'll probably be our next best chance for some rainfall. But get those kids out the door. It's pretty nice out there to start off a Tuesday morning. Highs in the lower 70s again with just a stray passing shower through the day today. Latest temperature update has us at 58 in Toledo, 64 in Port Clinton, 60 in Napoleon, and 60 out towards Bryan. We'll talk more on that rain chance today and another shot at showers later this week in my 10-day forecast. Right now, 6:01, we'll get it over to Steven for our traffic tracker.
Let's take a live look this morning at our roads. I-75 here. This is right at Miami Street. So if you're heading towards downtown Toledo, just take a look at your screen as you look to head out the door. You're getting to your destination on time. I've been calling around this morning. No crashes to report. Also, Findlay to BG, traffic there moving at about 71 miles per hour. That's a look at your Contrada Law Firm traffic tracker.
Support continues to pour in for the Euclid community after an officer was killed in the line of duty over the weekend.
The funeral for fallen officer Jacob Durbin will be held Saturday. A procession escorted his body from the Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner's office in Cleveland to a funeral home in Middleburg Heights.
The hearse stopped at the Euclid Police Department where Durbin's fellow officers saluted him, a moment that left dozens of residents wanting to pay their respects.
Just to show my compassion and my love, for all the police do, for us.
While the investigation into Officer Durbin's death continues, police say he was shot and killed in an ambush Saturday night after responding to a disturbance call. The suspect, Deshaun Vaughn, was found dead Sunday after a standoff with SWAT officers. This morning, it's unclear as to how Vaughn died.
Well, you may have heard a blue alert was issued in Ohio over the weekend, but what does that mean? The Ohio Blue Alert is a notification system meant to ask for public assistance if an officer is critically injured or killed and the suspect or suspects are still at large. Once an alert is activated, media agencies throughout the state are notified. A statewide message is also sent to all law enforcement agencies, and ODOT's highway signs are updated with the blue alert information.
The Toledo Police Department is remembering the men and women who have given their lives in service. Its annual memorial service will be held at the Toledo Police Memorial Garden at the Civic Center Mall today, starting at noon. Communities across the country are recognizing those who put on the uniform every day and those who have fallen in the line of duty.
It's all in commemoration of National Police Week. In Findlay, dozens came to watch and listen to the service. Part of the service was a guest speaker, Vaughn Akers, the widowed wife of Doug Akers, a former Findlay police officer. Akers died on New Year's Eve in 2018 from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
His memory is a reminder of the reality of what the job can do to an officer and how the dangers of the job itself are making recruitment and retention difficult.
They are trained to just keep pushing through, and there's not enough help for them. The ones that are always helping us, we aren't helping them.
And we got adversarial encounters every day that leads to these type of encounters, and that where young men and women are getting killed in the line of duty.
58 officers have died across the U.S. in the line of duty so far in 2024. That's according to the Officer Down Memorial page, a nonprofit that lists the names of fallen officers. 2 of them are from Ohio. Cyclists from the area will hit the road tomorrow night to take part in the 15th annual Toledo Ride of Silence. It's part of a nationwide movement to honor the lives of people who have been killed or injured while riding a bike. Ride the Silence is meant to remind drivers to be aware of cyclists on the road. Riders will meet in the parking area 2 near the Bancroft Street entrance of the University of Toledo at 6:30 p.m. A separate ride will take place in Bowling Green.
There's a new bill in the works here in Ohio aimed at keeping you safe while out on the road. And according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Ohio is one of 10 states with the lowest seatbelt use. Mario Dunham is live for us this morning in the Old West End. So Mario, what would this bill do?
Well, Tim, this bill would make it so that you could be pulled over and ticketed for not having a seatbelt on, and this is currently not the case now. Under the current law, officers can only give you a ticket after pulling you over for another reason. Ohio State Highway Patrol says that there were 252 crashes in Ohio last year, and almost 50,000 of those did not have seatbelts. 20% of those total crashes were not protected. This resulted in over 500 deaths. I talked to leaders at AAA to see why wearing a seatbelt is so important.
35 states, including all of our neighbors except for Pennsylvania, have a primary safety belt law. So, you know, if you're traveling through Ohio to another state, they have a primary seatbelt law. So it's just good practice to wear it in Ohio as well.
Ohio State Representative John Cross is the sponsor of this bill. Live in the West End, Mario Dunham, WTOL 11.
Recreational marijuana could be available for sale in Ohio by mid-June. This after new licensing rules for dispensaries cleared a key legislative hurdle. The Division of Cannabis Control says applications will be available by no later than June 7th. The spokesperson for the Ohio Cannabis Coalition says dispensary operators will be ready right away.
Our members have been obviously anticipating the rollout of adult use sales. They've been working on getting processes in place, making whatever changes they need to procedures. You know, we're really excited about the opportunity to serve adult use consumers here in Ohio.
These dispensaries will have to open at least 500 feet away from places like schools, churches, and public parks, and they also have to close by 11 p.m.
We're counting down the 3 things now you need to know before you head out the door this morning. Number 3, State Senator Paula Hicks Hudson is holding a series of town hall meetings in Ohio's 11th Senate District. The next one is tonight at 6 at the Waterville Library in Community Room A. Number 2, you can register tomorrow for the Maumee Senior Center's free grab-and-go meals that they're going to be giving out to people 60 years of age or older. They will be offered at the Toledo-Lucas County Public Library's Waterville branch between 12:45 and 1:30 p.m. on Mondays and Fridays. You can register in person at the library or by calling the Senior Center. And number 1, the Lucas County Board of Developmental Disabilities is welcoming its new superintendent, Michelle Meyerholtz. A reception will be held to celebrate from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. today at the board's South Toledo headquarters. That's on 1115 Lark Lane.
The joy of competing in sports is for everyone, and if you don't get the opportunity to compete in the ability games last week, you don't have to worry. The games do continue this week with Toledo Public Schools hosting a track and field meet. There will be a variety of walking, running, wheelchair, and tricycle races, as well as several field events. The event will take place at Rogers High School this coming Friday from 10 to noon. And registration is now open for the newest youth football team in our region. In just weeks, hundreds of kids have already signed up for Point Place Sports. And the president says there's still time to get your kids involved. Coming up at 6:30 this morning, Maya May explains how this league is giving your kid the chance to play for free. Well, now it's time for us to get another look at our forecast with meteorologist Ryan Weekman.
So, Ryan, we are looking at some rain today, but unlike some of the other days we've had recently, this will not be a washout.
Yeah, trying to say that this one might be very manageable. We don't need any more rain. We all understand that one here, but if we're talking about showers today, I think we'll be able to take what's coming our way. Just a few showers. More of today will be dry than wet is kind of the main headline that I'm trying to say, although those clouds will look a little threatening at times. You can see on radar and satellite, there's some scattered showers across Michigan. These are going to kind of stay put and stay just to our north. Showers off to the south down towards Columbus and Dayton, now moving into Wapakoneta. Some of these will lift our way, and that probably represents the highest chance for rain for us later on today. Again, classifying these as kind of light showers, not the tropical downpours or the heavy thunderstorms like we've had for a good chunk of the spring. Hour by hour forecast lifts some of these light showers northward during the day. And again, you see it's not an overwhelming amount of rain, just some passing scattered showers today and more rain tomorrow, probably west or south of the Toledo metro, making for a mainly dry day for tomorrow. So we'll say some on-off showers, maybe a lingering shower early Wednesday, but most of tomorrow looks fairly dry as well. We'll crank up that heat a little bit on Thursday. Look at the high temperature there, back up in the mid to upper 70s. But do you see what's on the way Friday? Yeah, we've got another system to watch out for later this week that will spell more showers, and that's still to come in my 10-day forecast, including the latest on a May warm-up that could see highs pushing back into the 80s. We'll have that 10-day forecast coming up in just 90 seconds.